Hey guys, Josh from soccerreviewsforyou.com with an unboxing plus on-feet video of the brand new Diadora Cambio. Now keep in mind that this is more of an entry-level product from Diadora with a retail price of only $75 US. Now as far as what you're going to get inside the box, obviously they include the shoes themselves. You get an extra set of blue laces to go along with the fluorescent yellow ones already included on the shoes. And then you get two sets of inner liners slash insoles. One set in fluorescent yellow, as you can see here, and the other set in this blue, as you guys can see right there. So I'll get this box out of the way really quickly. And if you guys could take a quick second to leave a like on the video, it would be greatly appreciated. So here is a look at the Diadora Cambio. Definitely an interesting design, and I'm not sure that this is ever going to be something that will be featured on more of a high-end product, but it definitely is an interesting concept that I think got some people at least somewhat excited about the brand, which is obviously very important, and I applaud Diadora for at least trying something new that nobody has ever done before. Now, I think that some people are confused about this particular design because it is so unique and really never been done before, and basically what the whole idea here is to have two separate pieces to make the shoe, giving you a little bit of customizability, not so much in the performance of the shoe, but more so in the aesthetics of the boot. That's why they include the extra set of laces, and that's why they include two separate heel liners that are both different in color. Now, the two pieces that make up this particular shoe is one, the upper, that also incorporates the stud pattern and sole plate, and then the inner liner makes up for obviously the liner itself, the insole, as well as the tongue on the shoe. Now just to give you a better kind of visual image as to what I'm talking about, I'm going to actually remove the liner here on camera, and you can see what you're left with is essentially a shell for the boot, which kind of has a funny look about it. I give it that it would be very easy to clean, but other than that, there's nothing that really jumps out at me that seems particularly high quality and really exciting when it comes to the overall performance of the shoe itself. Now the upper is made from a polyurethane material, feels very rubber-like. You can see its thickness right about there. It is relatively thin, but again, it doesn't feel very high quality to me. It feels a little bit cheap. It has basically a smooth finish almost throughout the entire upper, and then going around the top of the toes as well as here on the inside of the forefoot, you have more of a textured element. There are some perforations along the top of the toes here at the front of the shoe, as well as some perforations right here to allow for some extra ventilation because it is a polyurethane upper. It's not going to breathe all that well. You're also going to find some ventilation ports here at the base of the forefoot as well as in the heel. So is this going to be an ideal shoe to play in wet playing conditions? Probably not. It's probably just going to allow water to seep into the boot, which might not be all that comfortable. You also have a built-in heel liner around the ankle collar, as you guys can see. It is very, very shallow, and one thing that worries me is the kind of heavy stitching here. It does look like it could cause blisters or some kind of rubbing on the back of your heel, but again, I don't want to really make any judgments before I've actually worn the shoe myself. You do have an off-center lacing system with the laces being pushed to the outside. You can see that the laces go right into the upper of the shoe, and they're completely separate from the liner. As far as the outsole goes, it does have a decent amount of rigidity to it, considering that it is pretty much just a polyurethane material. There does appear to be some kind of piece of plastic that is kind of embedded to the bottom of the shoe, and obviously the studs themselves are plastic with hard rubber tips. Stud pattern, again, nothing too fancy here. You got your 4 conical studs in the back, your 4 studs on each side of the forefoot with your 2 support studs in the middle. It's a classic stud pattern that should perform well, but that's not really what people are concerned about. They're concerned about ball feel, and that's really what I'm kind of worried about with this particular shoe. I'm not sure how it's going to feel. Now, just to quickly touch on the inner liners, they are fairly unique. They're basically made out of like a padded kind of polyester mesh-like material. I'm not really sure what you would call this type of material. It's very, very soft, and it kind of has a little bit of stretch to it, especially when you put it on your foot, and it fits very, very well. You can see that it is stitched to an insole. The insole is very, very thin, has a mesh liner there, and has a very high lip going around the back. That is to keep as much as your heel off of the rubber backing on the shoe as possible. But again, I think you may run into some issues with rubbing because there is still a little bit of a gap, which you'll see later in the on-feet portion of the video, between the top of the insole and the top of the heel liner, or the bottom of the heel liner, I should say, that is built onto the upper itself. One question that I know a lot of people are going to have is there any physical difference in terms of performance between the blue insoles and the yellow ones? The answer to that question is no. There's no difference physically between the two. The only difference is color. So they include 2 sets of insoles in different colors for the pure purpose of aesthetics, giving you the option to change the color of your shoe, and that's pretty much it. So that's it for the technical specifications of the boot itself. And move on next to a quick weigh-in so you can get a better idea as to how lightweight these guys are. In terms of weight, the Diadora Cambio doesn't necessarily feel all that lightweight, and at the same time it doesn't feel heavy either. It's kind of just in between. So I'm going to weigh this pair for you today in real time. Keep in mind that this is a brand new pair in a size 9 US. I'm going to throw it on the scale, and you can see that they weigh in at 9.9 ounces. So they're just a little bit above average weight for a modern soccer shoe. Definitely not heavy enough to weigh you down. So that's pretty much it as far as the weigh-in portion of the video. And move on to a quick on feet so you can get a better idea as to how these shoes fit, what the sizing is like, and how you actually put them on. Alright, here's a look at the Diadora Cambios on feet. And once they're all tied up, they actually look pretty good. They don't look too abnormal is what I should say. What's weird about this shoe is how you actually have to put them on. So you can see on my right foot I have the sleeve already put on my foot, and it actually has to go on in 2 separate parts. So you slide the sleeve on your foot and it actually hugs it really, really nicely, and it's very, very comfortable. It's pretty much just like wearing a high quality sock. And then you actually have to take the shell of the shoe and slide your foot inside. It's kind of an interesting way of putting on soccer shoes, but that's just what you have to do with the Diadora Cambio. So I'm actually going to tie these up really, really quickly for you guys on camera. Alright, and here is a look at the 2 variations of colorways. Obviously one has blue laces with the fluorescent yellow inner, and the other one has the fluorescent yellow laces with the blue inner. Obviously you could swap out the laces as well just to have a blue on blue or yellow on yellow look. Just depends on what you like, but it is kind of cool that you do have the option to change the color of your shoes. As far as the feel of the shoe, it definitely is interesting. I'm not particularly impressed with how they fit. They feel somewhat sloppy in the heel. They're very, very snug in the midfoot, almost a little bit too narrow, I would say. And then the forefoot area, again, to me just feels a little bit sloppy. I'm wearing actually a size 8.5 US. I made a mistake earlier in the video saying that these were a size 9, and they fit pretty much perfect. So for the most part, I would recommend going a half size down. You can see that the fit and the length is pretty much perfect, but there is a little bit of play between the upper and the inner on the shoe. I'm not sure how it's going to perform in terms of stability. And just having issues with slipping around on the inside of the boot. But again, only time will tell. As far as the heel goes, like I said, it does feel a little bit sloppy. You can see that there is a bit of a gap between the top of the insole and the bottom of the heel liner. So again, that is a concern for me when it comes to heel slippage, as well as getting any kind of blistering or discomfort. But again, without wearing the shoes, I don't want to make too many calls as far as how it's going to feel and how it's going to perform. So that's pretty much it as far as what the shoe looks like on feet. And move on next to my final thoughts. Alright guys, that's it for my unboxing of the Diadora Cambio. It's definitely an interesting and unique boot from Diadora, especially if you're looking to be completely different from anything else out there. I do have some concerns regarding certain aspects of this particular shoe, mainly around comfort, fit, and touch, which is pretty much everything. I'm pretty skeptical, but I am willing to give it a try, and I will let you know how it goes in the next couple of weeks with my full written review that will go up on my website, soccerreviewsforyou.com. In the meantime, you can click that link in the description to the review page and to find buy it now links to the best prices online, including exclusive SR4U coupon codes, to get yourself some additional discounts if you are interested in ordering a pair, along with high quality images just to give you a better idea as to how they actually do look in person. In the meantime, leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on the Cambio. Is this a good idea? Is this a bad idea? Why or why not? And if you have any questions, feel free to leave one down below as well. If you did enjoy today's video, be sure to support it with a like. Subscribe if you haven't already for daily videos on all the latest soccer gear. You can find all of my social media information down below in the description. And other than that, guys, hope you enjoyed today's video. And as always, thanks for watching.